I'm here with Troy Baker
Yes.
for Lego DC Superheroes Aquaman Rage of Atlantis.
Rage!
The voice of Batman. Metal Batman?
Metal Batman.
Metal Batman.
You could put me out of a job. Like I always forget how how low your voice is. Then again, it's like the last day of Comic-Con, and so all of
I'm
us,
relaxed.
everyone is not only relaxed, but you've been screaming for 4 days, and your voice just automatically drops down octaves.
Yeah. I don't know if I have the acting chops you do, though.
I don't know if I have the acting chops that I do. Every time it's just a roll of the dice how that session's going to go.
You've come back to Batman over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you learn something different each time?
If I'm aware, then yes, because there's always something new that we're learning about Batman. If not, Jim Krieg needs to write a better script, which is never the case. That guy. This is what's awesome is that we've done enough of these by this point that like Vietti and Krieg, they know their cast well enough that they can kind of write to. And there's a perfect example in this one where when you get D. Bradley Baker, who literally can do any sound, not only voice, but any sound with his voice, when you get there's a line that Aquaman has where you go, when they first get to Atlantis, and he goes, welcome to Atlantis, or as my Mexican dolphin friends would say, and he does like that like dolphin squeak sound. He goes, which roughly translates to mi casa es tu casa. I literally did a spit take. You can only write that line knowing that you have D. Baker that's going to be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
That's when I look to. That's when I know that I'm going to learn something new about Batman. Is either Jim Krieg's knowledge of DCU is vast.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some like random tip of the hat to some piece of lore that he's going to write in that if I know about it, I'll be like, I know it's clever. I know what you did. Or I get to go, what is this all about? He was like, oh my God, an issue 417 of, whatever. I get to learn something new about Batman.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a great opportunity.
Do you record as a group then?
Depends. Sometimes if I'm lucky, yes.
Okay.
A lot of times though, like on this one, it's kind of like Batman takes a little bit more backseat. Aquaman, Jessica Cruz are really kind of more to the forefront.
Okay.
So really focusing on them and making sure that their relationship was good was kind of more important. I get to, me and Soups get to kind of throw in some funny jabs every once in a while. So on this one, I was kind of solo, which is, I'm always at a deficit because I love watching D work. Fred Tatasciore is our Lobo in this. I think they intentionally keep Fred and I separate because no work will get done. I love hanging out with Freddie. So yeah, it's like most of the time, if we're together, we never get a chance to really hang, but we're all fans of each other. Like I'm a fan of Eric Bowles. I'm a fan of D. Bradley Baker. I'm a fan of Fred Tatasciore. I'm not a fan of Christina. She crushed Jessica. That's all like I wouldn't want to do that. I get to do it once. The first time we ever saw Lego Batman do a voice, I got to do that. But there's still an established character.
Yeah.
She had the inauspicious thing of like no one ever heard what this character sounds like. So Rich, do that. And she crushed it. She did a great job.
Yeah. A little off topic. I am greatly enjoying Retro Replay. So I have to talk to you about that because the Spider-Man episode was just next level. How much fun are you having doing that?
Whenever I have a bad day, whenever the skies are a little gray, and I feel a tear in this eye, I just watch that episode and watch my dear friend Nolan lose his mind. He played for 2.5 hours straight. Like we edited that down to like 15 minutes or whatever. But no, he was obsessed. And what I've loved watching with that show is I watch my buddy, who's really never played a game before, fall in love with playing games. We did a thing with Rooker here, just like doing a little promo thing for the show, and we played Zombies Ate My Neighbors, which is the SNES, I think it was. And watching, he was like, dude, we've got to play that game. Like, we only got to play for like 15 minutes. He was like, I genuinely want to play that game. It looked like so much fun. Watching him really understand, especially for him to be, he just got awarded a BAFTA for his contribution to making video games. For him to understand on this side of it now, we're thinking that we might sit down together and play through Uncharted, which would be great.
Please.
To have Nathan Drake play Nathan Drake and then be able to stop and go, here's a really funny story. When we were shooting this scene, as a fan, my mind explodes about that.
Director's commentary. I mean, actor's commentary.
Actor's commentary.
I would love that so
to be able
much.
to do that and take it through real time. So like you would see every bit of it. So we would play through an hour. I'm sure he knows, but I want to see what happens the first time he goes into the U-boat in Uncharted 1 and everything goes sideways. I think for fans to be able to see that is really important. But for now, we're having a blast. We have like 2,000 Nintendo games that we can go through, and he can understand where we're at, why we're where we're at with games now. Is all based upon, we used to have BA Select Start. That's all we had. And it's been a lot of fun. I'm glad you're watching it, dude, because it's something that we love. It's something that we own. We're making it. It's not anybody else. So this is our thing. And as long as people keep watching them, we're going to keep making them.
Well, if you do use consoles, I don't know if you do. I think you use an emulator.
Yeah, we're doing a real RetroPie right now.
Because I have an actual ET Atari cartridge.
Shut up.
And I will mail it to you if you will play it on
an
Atari.
You need to shut that cameras off right now because we need to talk about that. We legitimately want, because he keeps getting these references, like people keep asking us to play E.T., which is the worst game ever made.
It is the worst game.
And he's like, I don't understand. I'm like, dude, you just gotta see it. Like, I want to do that so bad. I just got him hooked onto, you can go back and play Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the text-based adventure, on your phone. And so I've got him hooked on that. I was like, you want to get really frustrated? How about you do that and just push it over to him? Yes, I need you to mail that to me because we have a legit NES. It's just getting that captured. But if you haven't, how do you have? I had to dig in a dump to find one. How do you have one?
I had it from a kid. My Atari 2600. I have a whole bag of Atari games still.
Bro, yeah, that needs to happen. We will be more than happy to give you guys a shout out if you can get us. This has just devolved from an interview into just like two nerds hanging out going, oh my gosh, man, you have an ET, actual original cartridge?
Well, it's so cool.
Yeah, we'd be more than happy to make that happen.
Amazing. Thank
you for giving us a plug. YouTube, Retro Replay Show on Twitter, whatever.
It's the best. It's
Thanks,
the best. But Aquaman. This is going to be great too.
This is great. This is available on Blu-ray and digital July 31st. Watch it if you haven't ever watched. Sorry, I keep bumping your. If you haven't ever watched one of the Lego Justice League or Superhero, whatever they're called, it's DC Comics Superheroes. Gosh, it's a long title. This is a great one to jump into because it's a great introduction to Aquaman. But definitely go back through and watch all the other ones too.
Awesome. Always a pleasure, Troy.
Yeah, man.
Always
especially
a pleasure.
This one. Bye.